The world is a chaotic place. It's easy to feel discouraged, but it's not just out there. It's in our lives. Many young people are walking away from God and are not looking to the church for answers. We need a new Jesus revolution more than ever.
There's a purpose. There's a purpose to your life. To your life. You were made. You were made for more than this. For more than this.
Steiger is committed to mobilizing followers of Jesus to reach the atheist, the skeptic, the indifferent, and the one who's walked away. We are seeing a move of God emerging all over the world of radical young leaders unwilling to watch their generation go unreached. Momentum is building, and stories of transformation and mobilization are happening daily. Abo is from Iran. He moved to the United States in 2022 to pursue a PhD, but struggled with a deep sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction, feeling like life lacked meaning. One day, while in a moment of despair, he encountered 3 people participating in a Steiger Impact event in Houston, leading to a conversation where they shared the gospel with him. Though initially skeptical, Ebo felt a profound emotional shift after praying with them. Over time, he has engaged with the Steiger movement team. He has started to attend church regularly and study the Bible. His depression gradually lifted, and he experienced a newfound sense of joy and purpose. After being baptized in January, he felt that Jesus had transformed his life. Michael is from Poland. He discovered Steiger's band No Longer Music on Spotify and became a fan. He never thought he would have the chance to see them play live, but coincidentally, while on vacation in Berlin, he came across the NLM team setting up for a show in the famous Alexanderplatz. He stayed for the entire show and was moved to tears because of the message about Jesus, his life, death, and resurrection. After talking with one of the guys in the band, Moa, he prayed to receive Jesus. A couple of months later, Michael brought his girlfriend to a show we were doing in Bielsko-Biała in Poland on the second No Longer Music tour. She also prayed to receive Jesus after the show. Since October 2022, Steiger has been pioneering a missionary team in London, and a breakthrough came this July through a powerful evangelistic event in partnership with Ascend. Nearly 400 young people gathered for 3 days of prayer and worship in an historic Anglican church. Participants also hit the streets with the gospel, sharing in areas like Leicester Square and outside the Tate Modern. By the end of the event, 225 people committed to Jesus, and over 9,000 copies of the Gospel of John were distributed. The event culminated in a gathering at Wembley Arena with over 5,000 young people dedicating their lives to missions. Steiger is committed to going to secular places, to build relationships, and to share Jesus with young people who would never walk into a church. Throughout the year, our teams led creative evangelistic outreaches at festivals including Coachella, South by Southwest, and Polish Woodstock. Around the world, Steiger movements are in places like Carnival in Brazil, at feminist demonstrations in Colombia, and pride parades in Germany. They are committed to sharing Jesus in hard places to young people who might not otherwise ever get the opportunity to hear. This year, we trained thousands of young Christians at events like Hope for Oslo in Norway, Zero in Ukraine, and held intensive trainings in Colombia and Brazil, as well as Steiger mission schools in Germany, Ukraine, and Russia. It is overwhelming to think about all that God has done this year. Currently, Steiger has presence in 246 cities around the world, with 204 movements and 32 city teams. We are active in Europe, Ukraine, Eurasia, Middle East, Latin America, Brazil, North America, and Asia Pacific. In 2024, 102,960 people heard the gospel proclaimed in person through Steiger's evangelistic actions and had the opportunity to respond. There were 13,943 attendances in a Steiger Bible study or follow-up event by new or not yet believers. 19,310 people completed a Steiger Impact event, trip, or intensive training. 48,201 people participated in a live training events. 141 students and volunteers from 24 countries attended the Steiger Mission School, raising up the next generation of passionate missional leaders. This is a very significant moment in Steiger's history. We are seeing a move of God emerging all over the world of radical young leaders unwilling to watch their generation go unreached. We believe God is calling us to enlarge our tents and invest deeply in raising up a new generation of young missional leaders with a wild, childlike faith, fueled by outrageous love, contagious courage, willing to preach the gospel with boldness and relevance wherever God leads.